are we ready to do some anatomy?
Uh-oh.
It's going to be great.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry for don't look at the background. My gosh, this is messy in here. Not my mess. I was just looked at the screen and I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't see my mess.
What?
You can't see my mess.
No, it looks like, well, I get maybe the angle because it looks like a very pretty white kitchen. So I always admire it.
Yeah, pretty much. Things to
all
wash.
Right. I kept this one a simple black and white because it's a lot of anatomy. So I figure we don't have to worry. We're not worrying about shading and all that stuff. So we could even keep it a pencil sketch. I just I like to make it I like to ink it. I don't know. I always just like to ink my stuff. Okay. So let's get started. Okay. Just gonna move all this stuff out of the way. All right, so tonight we're doing some kids sitting on the floor in front of the menorahs playing a game of dreidel. So this is what we're gonna do. So again, as you can see, I left it very, very, woo, it's like zooming out. I left it very, very simple. You can decorate, sorry, I don't know why this camera's going back and forth. You can make this, patterned, and you can add all the doodads that you want, the hairstyles, the clothing, but this is just the general basic positioning that we're going to do of the kids. So we've got 4 different positions. So that's what we're going to work on. And then you can, decorate the background however which way you want to decorate it for your Hanukkah setting. Any questions before we begin? Okay. So without further ado, I'm going to switch this. Okay. There we go. Hold on. Sorry. This is always the fun part. There. Okay. So we've got the kids here. So what we're going to do is you can put them wherever you want in terms of, where they're going to go. And then they're the main focal point, the kids playing. And then this is kind of our background. So you could put them lower down on the paper or kind of in the middle of the paper. I probably just wouldn't put them high up because then they're floating from the ceiling. So we're going to keep them either mid paper or lower down. Okay, so we're going to start by putting in, I guess what we can do is kind of put in the oval rug, just so that you have a guide on where to kind of work off from. So I would start with just putting in a nice oblong oval. This also kind of gives you a guide in terms of how big or small you're going to make your kids playing. All right, so after that, I did 4 figures of 4 different poses. So if you would like, what we could do also is you can see I have a head. So what you could do is just put in where the heads are going to go if you want, just to make sure that they're all even. So this girl, I'm going to put her head here, but just make sure that you have enough room extending out behind her because she's laying on the floor. And then we're going to put the little baby next to her, but I'm a little bit lower down because they're in a circle, right, or a semicircle. Then I'm going to put the little kid next to the baby, and then the brother. By the way, you can gender these however which way you want. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to start with this girl on the left. Just going to erase some extra lines here. So it's going to be how we would create any person. You start with the head shape, and then create the line indicating the direction, right? So we want to create that line coming from the neck, and it's like the spine, and we're just pulling the neck down and across. So she is laying on her stomach. So we're just going to pull this down and across until we get to the bum. And then you can add a circle for the hip and bum. I'm going to do that. I'm just working with her for now, so I'm just going to move that over. Okay. Can you see it okay? It's a little blurry. Let me see if I can get it sharper. Okay, well, let's keep going, and sometimes it will fix itself. So now I want to figure out where her shoulders are, right? So we don't want to make the neck too bendy, right? She's not like looking up in the air, and we're not extending it, so it's hurting her. So you want to make sure it's still kind of going sloping down and then down to the rest of the body, to the bum. So then what we're going to do is we're going to put the shoulder blades in, or the shoulder bone. She is hunched, right? Her shoulder is hunched up near her face. So I'm just going to put that small shoulder bone right underneath her head. And then connecting, so this was kind of last week, we did a little bit of this, and then connecting from the shoulder bone down to the elbow. So she's resting her elbow on the floor.
Tanya, is that line you're drawing her back or her stomach? The line that's coming.
Well, it's in between. So we're going to pop out the top for her back, and then we're going to pop out the bottom for her stomach. So it's kind of just that that like guideline. Just the line in between. So we can just kind of say it's her spine.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to extend from her elbow to the hand. And don't worry, all the hands here are indicated and not actually detailed. So I'm going to extend her forearm out, and then again, a smaller circle for the hand. So she's resting everything on her elbow. Now, the one thing we want to keep in mind is when we pop out her body, we want to kind of make sure that the elbow is kind of closer to her body. She's not like out, like swim. I'm like doing this and you can't see me, but swimming, right? It's not extended like she's swimming. So we'll kind of come back to that to make sure it's closer to her body when we pop out the torso. So now we're at the bottom, and her knee is bent, right? And so it's a little bit shorter from the bottom to the knee. So I'm just going to extend it a little bit and then put the knee bone, and then sticking up from the knee bone is her leg. So the leg, the shin going up, and then I'm just indicating here with an oval, that is the foot. Here's where you could also take a look and see, is she too long, right? Is it do you want her to be, maybe she's a very lanky, 11, 12-year-old girl. So you can decide on how tall or short you want her to be, depending on the length of her torso. I think I might bring mine in. She seems like she's like really very long. I'm just inching her up a little bit more. And then that extended leg, kind of the leg kicking in the air, and then the foot. And then the other foot the leg is hidden, right? Because she's got this one. This is the one closer to us. So the one behind it, we're just going to extend a leg, a little bit of the leg, and then the foot behind it. You don't see the other knee. So that's the look we're going for. So again, stick figure, right? Head, shoulder bone, elbow, hand, hip bone, knee bone, foot. So that's what we're going for. The other hand you don't really see. It's also hidden because she's blocking it. I foresee myself pulling this elbow in a little bit, but let's see what happens with yours and when we pop it out. So now we're going to do that. So she's kind of looking forward. She's hunched, so we don't have to make a neck. So I'm just going to curve around the shoulder bone, and then I'm dipping down for the back of her shirt, coming down and then bumping up over her bottom, and then coming to the knee bone. And now I'm going to come up and follow around the leg bone. Now, these are her pants. We could try a skirt. Let's just do pants for now. And then we're going to go around the knee and over here. Now, we made a circle for the bottom. Obviously, it's not going to be jutting out like this on the bottom like this, right? She's on her stomach. She's flat on her stomach. So this is going to just extend across so you don't have that bottom rounded part. And now I'm going to curve it up. Coming underneath. She's on her belly, and then curve it up until it hits on the other side of her arm. So I've got the shoulder bone here. So I'm pulling it up in front.
Lynn Glazer is it's going to her.
Oh, it is? Oh, Lynn, can you hear me? Lynn, can you mute? Lynn? Does someone want to send her a message like on the chat? Okay, thank you, Rivka. Okay. Okay, so all right, in the meantime, let's erase the bottom of that circle just so that you have more of an idea of the position. Now, if it's super straight, we're going to fix that up. We're going to give her some fabric folds so it's not just like this perfectly straight bottom where she's laying on her stomach. She's flat as a board, although that sounds nice. Now, the shoulder bone, we're going to come around that down to the elbow. And then down to the hand, same thing on the other side, down to the elbow, and then extending out to the hand. So mine is too long. See, from my shoulder to my elbow, I feel like it's way too long, and it looks like she's kind of like flailing on the rug, like a temper tantrum, but we don't want that. I mean, you could. It's your scene. Maybe she is tantruming. She didn't get the gimmel. So I'm just going to make my shoulder to elbow a little bit shorter. Maybe pop out the torso a little bit down, a little bit more. And now I have
Lynn Glazer's picture. I still get her name with the camera, and I can't see you.
Yeah, it keeps jumping back because I think it picks up her sound. Lynn, maybe if I send. Did she pick up? Okay. Oh, Lynn. Lynn, can you mute? I might have to call Lori. Okay, well, we'll keep going. Let's see what happens. I'll send Lori a quick message. Hold on one second.
It's not picked up.
Hello? Hello?
Text and I tried to call her, but I'm not getting any response.
Okay, I'm just going to tell Lori.
Hello?
Lynn? Okay. All right, I just sent a message to Lori. So we'll see what happens. Okay, in the meantime, I'll just try to keep talking so that it stays green, the frame on me. Okay, so we've got this girl here. We've got the basic outline. Oh, and then her leg on the back. Again, I'm just popping it out, just so you see a little bit extended like that. Just there. Now what you can do is let's erase all the inside so you can really see the outline. So all of that inside is erased, and then you just are left with her outline, the basic outline. If the bottom is too big or rounded, just make it a little bit less. We're going to round down where her arm is, extending out to her hand. Extend that back leg. So you should have something like that.
I still can't see you.
It keeps jumping back to Lynn, but she's not.
Is she there?
I don't know. I guess not.
Yeah, but then why would it jump to her?
Oh, right. I guess the background noise? I don't know.
Yeah, if you don't have it pinned, then whoever's talking, that becomes the primary camera.
So should I be pinning myself or should others pin?
Yeah. Also, do you have control of the camera? Because if not, I have to log back in a different way.
No, I don't.
Okay, so let me see if I can log in. Oh. See, she's trying to control the camera. Okay.
Okay, so do you want me? So am I pinning myself?
Yeah, you can also do spotlight. No, I don't know if you if everybody pins Talia, then they will always see Talia. Does everybody know how to do pin?
No, I don't know how to.
Okay, up in the top right, there's like the three dots, like next to mute, there's three dots. If you click on that, you can, next to Talia's picture, there's three dots. Go to Talia because you want to see Talia all the time. So there's at the top right-hand corner of the little picture, there's three dots, and one of the choices is pin. Or replace pin, because I think Lynn came up as the main. Lynn, are you on? Because you're muted, you're not muted. We're hearing your background and your camera's not on. Maybe she got pulled away. Let me log out and try to get back on and see if I can control things for you.
Okay, thank you. Okay. All right. So in the meantime, if everyone is still with me, so now what we're gonna do is her profile. So profile, we don't have to get too worried about, again, because it's far away and it's more illustrative. We're not getting too technical with that. So that's just going to be, we're going to follow that oval, right? We've got the face here. The face is all on one side. It's on the right side. I'm going to come down halfway. We've got the forehead, so I'm coming down halfway, and then I'm just going to stick out a little kind of a backward C for the nose. So it's just this teeny little nose sticking out. And then from the nose, I'm just going to come down a little bit away from the oval, and then pulling back up into a smile. And then I'm going to, I don't want to keep that oval because then she kind of has like a Muppet smile. So I'm going to.
how do I'm completely confused. It says
Oh. Is Rivka's on with Lynn? I guess Rivka's on with Lynn. I think she's talking.
I'm.
Oh, I'm
off.
sorry. I guess you guys are hearing me. Lynn called me and she's trying to figure out what to do.
Yeah.
But
so
now,
I
is she
just
still
bumped her
on?
off. She can come on. No, I bumped her off now. I just removed her from the
Oh,
the section. She should, if she wants to join, she can join back in and she'll automatically be muted.
Okay.
So I think you can just continue. Tell her, Rivka, tell her if she wants to be on, that she can rejoin and just be muted.
okay. So she's going to try to do this. I don't think she knows how to mute herself.
Okay, so,
I think that's the problem.
okay, then I can mute her when she comes on. 'Cause
Okay,
I
so when you come
I
up,
had control of
okay.
class.
Okay. So I'll keep going
Okay, good.
and then we'll see when Lynn gets back on.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to pull out from the smile. We're just pulling out slightly for a chin and then back up and in towards her neck. And then right above the nose, we're just going to, you can just put in like a sideways V for the eye socket, and then just put in a little bit of a colorful, not colorful, but colored in oval. And this is where you can add the hair, however, whatever kind of hairstyle you want. Oh, on the other side of the head, kind of not really on the other side, but in the middle, right next to her ear, I'm just going to put in the letter C for her ear. And now you can add in, if you want to put in bangs, if you want to put in some hair, and the hair can be kind of coming down her back a little bit, coming over her shoulder. You can add a headband, you can add a bow. You can make it long, short. And then last but not least, we're going to put in her folds for her clothing and then add her hands and feet.
So I think that Lynn is back on and I was able to mute her. So hopefully she's on the class.
Yay. Thank you.
I love your drawings. I wish I always try to see them on the video, and I'm so sorry that I can't, we're having troubles with the website. So I'm going to have to find a alternative way to upload the previous classes.
Okay.
Okay. Still working on that. Sorry.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you.
Right.
Bye.
Happy Hanukkah, everybody.